Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Indiana Chiefs Fans Podcast. I'm Gunner, also known as Chico Noise. Alongside me, as always, is the Emperor Golden J, a four-time podcast host, and probably one of the biggest Indiana Chiefs fans I've ever known.
That might be very, very true.
I mean, there's a lot of stuff in that room. I've seen your house. You got a lot of Chiefs stuff. Ever since I was a kid, it's just been Joe Montana on the walls and all the decorations and pictures and all the old school stuff. What was it? Super Bowl year, you took it all down.
No, it
Year
wasn't
before.
Super Bowl. It wasn't a Super Bowl year, but it was one of those years that it was pre Patrick Mahomes. I can't remember. I was so frustrated. I'd had all this stuff on my wall for like 20 years because I still had Elvis Gerbach. There was a five-player photo, so Gerbach and Dale Carter and I think I want to say Tony was on there, but I can't remember. Hell, no, no, no. It'll be back. Derek Thomas and Marcus Allen were on it. So
Hmm.
um Tony wouldn't have been on there. And it just stuff had been on my walls forever. And I just hit it and I'm like, it's gotta be a jinx. And I took it all down. And then we ended up getting Alex Smith, I think, at that point. And I mean, honestly, in my world, Alex Smith turned things around. Andy Reid, when he come in, you know, the legendary Andy Reid flipped things around, and we just have been winning.
Yeah.
And I say this right now, we have been extremely spoiled with winning for a while now. Alex Smith and Patrick Mahomes, but when Patrick's been there, what? It's his fifth starting season.
Yeah.
So, Alex Smith, I mean, he couldn't pull the trigger at the end. He couldn't quite get us to the Super Bowl, but I do believe he got us our first playoff victory since Joe Montana did it in 1994. So,
Crazy.
I was used to losing for a long, long time. And then, I took the stuff off the wall and then we started winning. So I'm pretty sure that stuff on the wall for 20 years was a jinx. And I'm sorry, super fans out there. It was all my fault.
He didn't get rid of it. He still has it all. It's
Oh,
all
I do.
there.
Oh, I'm not throwing it out. It's just boxed up and put away.
Yep. Cards and Joe Montana memorabilia and all that
I,
good
s-
stuff.
I still did keep some of the Joe stuff up. I moved it to a different wall, like the commemorative plates that I have, the Super
Yeah.
Bowl plates, and that really cool pennant clock with Joe on it.
Yep.
And the one thing that my good friend Margaret Kennedy brought back from England for me, it's a wood cutout of Joe Montana. I don't know how she found it over there, but she saw it when she was visiting home, and she said, I saw this and you had to have it. So I brought it back for you. So that's still up there. God rest her soul. She was a beautiful woman and she's definitely missed.
Nice. Very nice. Yeah. Like I said, biggest Chiefs fan. Biggest Chiefs fan. You and Phil kind of contend for that, I think.
Phil might be a little bit bigger of a Chiefs fan than I am. I mean, I like to think myself as a diehard Chiefs fan, and like I said, I've been through the lean years, but so is he, and he is just. I mean, it's for him, it's Chiefs 100% of the time. So I
Yep.
mean, I like to throw down. I was looking at some old photos of you and me the other day at Ball State when I wore my Ball State stuff a lot, the hats and
All
the
the time.
t-shirts and the
Hmm.
jackets and yeah, all that stuff. So, those 4 years that you were there at Ball State, it was Ball State. I mean, I still watch Chiefs, don't get me wrong. But
Yeah, it's
yeah.
not like you were watching Ball State on the weekends or anything. It was you were still watching the Chiefs play.
Well, yeah, because around here, even in northern Indiana, you don't get Ball State on TV unless, I think there was one instance they played Notre Dame. So
Yeah, yeah. Some days,
good stuff.
sometimes I miss those days. I met a lot of cool Chiefs fans while I was in college. That was always fun. Somebody would cross. I always had a Chiefs backpack in college. Always had a backpack with the KC logo on it, and people would see and be like, "You Chiefs fan?" And then I talk to them, and I wouldn't say I'm great friends with those people today, but I still talk to them occasionally. So
Right. Yep.
mean,
Well,
always
and
been
then isn't that wasn't that a big chunk of your conversation in college with Conrad John was
football.
football and him
Yeah.
being an Eagles fan and you being a Chiefs fan.
Yep. Oh yeah. After we got Andy Reid, it was always about the Eagles and the
Right.
Chiefs. So
Brilliant. Brilliant.
yes. So how's it going?
It's going well. I'm doing good. I've had a couple days to kind of stew on
Yeah.
Vanilla Thunder's rant on the Call Guys, and you'll notice that I am a big supporter of the Call Guys. Got my Call Guys hat on, and the only thing I really have to say is that well, I guess it'd be a couple things really that I want to point out. Number one is that we really douse on the Bears, but I mean, it's just becoming so easy that I don't even know if it's really,
Yeah.
it's worth my time to uh to really throw that down there. They picked Mitchell Trubisky in front of before Patrick Mahomes was still on the board, but yet it keeps getting thrown that we were lucky enough to get Patrick Mahomes. The Bears could have had him. And I'm pretty sure that Patrick Mahomes' career would be over by now, just like Mitchell Trubisky's, if he was in Chicago. And you look at him now, and all they got is Fields. That's their one good player.
By the way,
And
congrats to Fields on 1,000 rushing yards.
really,
So, I don't know if you saw that.
I missed that. Well,
Yeah.
congratulations. Well deserved. I mean, 1,000 rushing yards.
Yeah. He's one of the
So,
one of four QBs that has done that in a season in their career.
who are the other ones? You remember?
Oh man, I have to look.
Did Jalen Hurt come close to that this year? And did he have that?
Maybe it was Hurts. Maybe I'm.
Oh, it wasn't Fields. It was Hurts.
No, it was Fields. It was Fields. I
Okay.
remember it because it was the Bears, and I was like, oh yeah, third quarterback to rush for 1,000 yards in a season. I know it was Michael Vick had
Oh, right. Yep. I can see that.
and
Totally.
oh man, Baltimore
Oh, Lamar Jackson.
Lamar. Yeah.
Right on. That makes total sense. Those guys are pretty much all
Yep.
running quarterbacks. So, well,
Exactly.
congratulations to Fields. Congratulations to the Bears. That's something they can hang their hat on. Um, just so you know that what's going to happen now as we enter the ending of, towards the end of the season, Chicago will more than likely win out the rest of the season and buck up their draft pick.
We don't. Everybody's playing to lose now.
Yeah, they're
Chicago's
going
gonna
to
get
play
them.
to lose draft picks. It's going to be like they're at 3 right now. By the time that they're done, they'll probably be about 7 or 8, and they'll miss out on the really good players. So,
Yeah.
congratulations to Vanilla Thunder and his Bears. This is what you signed up for.
As
The
he
other
knows.
thing was Vanilla Thunder. Yeah, listen, I'm going to need you to do some work for me. The toilets in level P394 are clogged. So you're going to need to take your stormtrooper outfit and run down there to declog that. The Emperor has dropped the deuce.
It's funny. You'll have to ask him about his plunger issue he had.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Just ask him about it when you talk to him next.
Okay. Hopefully I'll remember.
So
But
he might
yeah,
not have his plunger.
well, he's just going to have to use his hands.
Ooh.
You got those stormtrooper gloves on. It'll be all right.
Yeah, be fine. Be fine.
Or wait, or is he just a messenger droid? Which is he in the Empire world?
I don't know. I don't know. I'm not allowed to say anything bad about Colton anymore. He
Maybe
yelled at
he's
me.
the Jar Jar Binks.
Oh,
I mean, come on. I mean, seriously, think about that a minute. He is the one that everybody loves to pick on. He makes it so easy. And he just kind of
but he
you
loves
want
it.
to bring it on? I'm gonna bring it on. He might
Yep.
be the Jar Jar Binks of the Empire.
Me? Misa on the call, guys.
Oh yeah. But yeah, listening to him talk, I mean, I love that he's passionate about the Bears, and he's a diehard fan, even in their, I don't know,
Hard
lean
times.
years. Even the lean years, I mean, this is super lean. It's been way too long since they've done anything spectacular. But the whole Nagy thing, and how Nagy was a horrible coach. If you've listened to New Heights, the Patrick Mahomes episode, it was Nagy that zoned in on him, and Nagy that wanted Mahomes in Kansas City. Besides the fact that Mahomes wanted to be in Kansas City, giving him the pre-questions and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And then Nagy ends up going to Chicago then right after that. But I mean, Nagy was the one that pretty much honed in and wanted Mahomes there. If Nagy would have been in Chicago a year earlier, Mahomes probably would have been a Bear. There's no doubt in my mind.
Bear.
The
Bear. Yeah. Well, Colton, better get to plunging.
Vanilla Thunder. You better stop at the Walmart as you're going down to the to that level to unclog that toilet. I use that because he said something about what do you carry the mop bucket or something like that?
Yeah, he said yeah. The harness that holds this all together. I don't even remember what it was.
Well, I still stand behind it, man. I appreciate everything that you do to keep the cogs greased and everything running and on your end. I mean, I don't worry about the call guy stuff at all. You guys got that handled extremely well, and I still stand behind the fact that I think it's the greatest show that nobody's listening to, and we need to figure out how to get you guys some more viewers.
Yeah, you hear that, Indiana Chiefs fans, listeners?
Tune in, the call guys, every Monday. They're great episodes.
If you're watching YouTube, just look at the hats.
There you go.
Right
Wait. You didn't see mine?
Yep. Facebook.com/the call guys pod.
That's right.
That's right. Yeah. So what else is going on? Everything else is good then? You're all good, ready for Christmas.
Ready for Christmas. Is everybody out there listening ready for Christmas? I mean, this episode's going to come out a couple days before, so you should be ready. If you're not ready, good luck on trying to get out in this giant blizzard they're predicting to come in on Friday.
Yeah.
Kind of anxious to see where I'm going to be at come Friday. So
yeah, the Emperor's going to come hang out for the weekend up here at the house.
I am.
And we're going to watch Chiefs.
Yep.
On the big screen.
I don't know. Can we all be in the same room? I mean, Sarah's not a big...
Let me just say, wife, Sarah Kay, if you're listening to the Indiana Chiefs Fans podcast, which you probably aren't because I don't think you listen to the Indiana Chiefs Fans podcast. You don't listen to the Call Guys podcast. You don't listen to Golden Image podcast. You don't listen to the Murdnerds or Two-Sop. She doesn't listen to anything. She listened to her own episode on the Call Guys just because she was on it. But I got a bone to pick. Even though you're right upstairs above me right now. I don't know what you're doing. Probably playing Oculus or something.
She's practicing. She wants to take on the Emperor for Christmas.
That's right. You didn't wear your pants on Sunday.
Again.
Watch this on YouTube because I'm looking right at the camera.
I see that.
You put those pants on. You put them on at the beginning of the game. You know when she put the pants on? OT. The moment OT started, she put her pants on.
Really?
Yep.
Listen. I was recording Murdnerds all day Sunday. I thought I'd start early enough that I could get it knocked out, maybe miss the first quarter. No, didn't work out. 4 episodes. One of those episodes was an hour and a half long. So I missed a big chunk of the game. I think I come in somewhere in the third quarter. I got yelled at by your mother because she hates to watch the games alone.
Fair.
And I watched it on my phone, but I didn't jump on my ticket on my phone because I figured you were using it, the app.
I was.
and we can only watch one at a time. So I had to watch the little football field and then like shoom, shoom,
Yeah.
and it was so laggy. I missed a bunch of that. I missed a bunch of the game. I did watch some highlights. I have seen some highlights of the game. So I don't know that I'm a great lead on this particular game. So I'm handing it over to Chico, and he's going to take it from there. But before we do that, go to Flapjack 630 on YouTube and watch the trampoline video. I can't remember exactly what it's called, but it says "With 30 Seconds to Mars" from yesterday is a song. If you we're recording this on Tuesday, so I was listening to Golden Image podcast, the vintage episode, the Christmas episode, and Scotty T sings us a little song in that episode. And I had to go back and watch the video, which is on Golden Image Radio's YouTube page from, I mean, it was posted back in 2009, so that page is rather old. Has 3 videos on it, but you know.
3 videos.
3 videos. One of them is a 1 minute A-Dog thing that I have no idea what the hell's going on in it. The one is Scotty singing the song, and the other one is when we did the Facebook live with Flint Westwood and Brad Beatty to do the Gunner 20th anniversary of the album Shadows.
Flint Westwood.
Yeah, I watched that video today too. That Bear Ninja Cowboy.
Yeah, it's just called Flip's video with 30 Seconds to Mars from yesterday.
I watched that today and loved every damn minute of it. Oh man, it was great.
Enjoyable. It's enjoyable.
The window is my favorite. My favorite flip of the whole. Whole.
It's not even really a flip. It's just
I know. You just stretch straight out like you're going through a window.
Oh,
but I did watch that today. It was a riot to watch. So
don't go watch it.
No, great. Yeah, go watch it. It's great. It's fun. Okay,
go watch it. Enjoy it. Laugh at me.
Yeah, it's a good time. It is a lot of fun.
So the Kansas City Chiefs Sunday at 1:00 took on the Houston Texans. Well, 12:00 if you're out west, and 9:00 if you're way far out west.
If you're way out there.
We got one word for the whole game. One word. Disappointing.
That was going to be the word I was going to use.
Not overall.
We got the dub.
We got the win. Patrick Mahomes played a great game.
Yes.
Percentage-wise, he was 36-41, 336 yards, had an 8.2 average and 2 touchdowns.
And what's the most important thing? 0 interceptions.
0 interceptions. Better than, 3 the week before?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess I was just kind of confused more than anything on how we could play that bad against a team that is 1 and what were they? 1-11-1. Now they're 1-12-1.
Yes.
I don't know. It kind of blows my mind to see that. To see some of the games this weekend that were crazy, like the Colts game against the Vikings.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
And we can talk about Colts that later. Game.
But, Brandon, if you're listening, my condolences, dude. Nobody wants that record on their resume of giving up the most points, the biggest comeback against you in NFL history. Nobody wants that on their resume. So my condolences to Colts fans, man. That is a tough pill to swallow.
I will say Minnesota drove that game back. They took it. They took the reins and they just kept on going. I think Indy had a field goal in the second half. That was it.
Was that it?
Yeah. So what was it? 36-33, I think was the final.
Yeah, but man, you're up 33 points.
Yeah. Or not 36-33. It was.
Was it different? I'm trying to remember. 39?
39-36.
So they were up 36 points.
They were up 33 points, had a field goal in the second half.
Right on.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a freaking heartbreaker. So yeah,
Yeah.
my condolences to the Colts fans out there, man. That one's rough. That one's a rough one to get over. But yeah, no, I think you have the same feeling that most Chiefs fans have. I mean, the boards have been pretty lit up this week. There's a lot of things going on this week in KC world. Um, there's some things going on with the particular super fan, and then you have everything about this tremendous not a loss, but I mean there is no way that we shouldn't have just sliced through Houston like butter.
Like butter.
And I don't get it. And you know, you can point blame. Now everybody's all on Butker and oh, well, we need to get rid of him and blah blah blah. No, we don't need to get rid of him. He's going through a thing. It is what it is. He's not guess what, everybody? He's fucking human.
Mm-hmm.
He's an athlete. I know he gets paid a lot of money, but he's still human. He still makes mistakes. Now, whether that mistake is his or whether that mistake is Tommy Townsend's, that's for the Chiefs to figure out and get squared away. Because, Colquitt came on the record as saying, hey, it's not Butker's fault. It's got, Townsend needs to make sure the laces and
Gotta
everything's
hold
set.
that ball right. That's
Yep.
what I've always said. If a field goal kick is like 60% the hold.
Yeah, I will agree and that's a lot of pressure on Townsend or any holder to, that ball comes back. You got to bring it down. You've got to make sure that it's at the right angle. You got to make sure that the laces are out. Laces out, Marino. And, that's a lot to take on for a holder. I mean, that's a lot to be accountable for. But, that's what they get paid for. That's their job. And hopefully Butker can come out of this quote unquote slump that he's in. And I have all the faith in the world in him, man. I think he's a great kicker. I personally think he's still kind of fighting a little bit of that ankle injury. I mean, that one was tremendous on that opening weekend. I mean, it looked painful, and being out as long as he was out. So, you can't. Mahomes basically put the team on his back and led them to victory. Now, in my opinion, I think you can point fingers at Butker, Mahomes, Pacheco, Kelsey, Juju, whoever you want to point a finger at. But I think the actual finger pointing needs to go back to the coaching staff. I think some of the calls and some of the play calls, I think they really need to sit down and get themselves a better plan. Pacheco carried 15 times for 86 yards with an average. Once again this week, I'm pretty sure it was almost the exact same last week of 5.7. What do you have, 5.6 last week? Something like that, maybe?
Yeah, sounds right.
I mean, he's tearing it up. He's getting the yards. He's boom, boom, boom. It's getting done. Why are we throwing, run, throwing, run?
Man,
we need 5 yards at a time, guys. 5 yards at a time. Own the clock. Get the first downs. That's the most important part. Because they seem to have this problem about running the clock late in the game. Oh, we're gonna run the clock out, and then we're not getting first downs. And you turn the ball over, and they give them a minute 30, 2 minutes for the other team to come back. It's mind numbing sometimes. Now, once again, us here at Indiana Chiefs fans, these are our opinions, right or wrong, whether you believe or not believe what we say or whether you don't, and that's fine. It pays for you to have your own opinion on what you think. That's my opinion on it. 5 yards at a time.
I agree. I think the coaching staff has a big play in. Well, really, I mean it's their game. You know, they're giving the plays, they're telling them what they need to do. Obviously, Mahomes can go out and put some audibles out there, call his changes, but really it all sits in the base play that they're calling. So I mean, there's a lot on the coaching staff. I think Townsend, I don't know that it was 100% him. Obviously, a kick is 60-40, 40-60, whatever you want to call it
Yeah. Yep.
for Bucker. Townsend. Mahomes played a great game. The receivers played a great game. McKinnon played a great game. Pacheco was great on the field. I mean, it just overall the team as a whole did really well. There's not a whole lot there to say that. I don't know. I think Denver just played hard, and we've talked about this. Denver, like or not Denver, Houston. Sorry. I think teams that are that far back that just want to come play football, and then they come and they play hard against the teams that are doing really well because they want to try to change up what's happening in the playoffs. They want to see who they can bring down, right? I mean, that should be the mindset for any team. Don't go in the game because you're 1-11 and 1 to not play just to come in and throw the ball around. No, you come out there and you play it like a normal game. You're getting paid to be out there, play the game.
Right.
And I
Well,
think that's what they did.
and we've talked about this before. Teams that are the Raiders, this year the Broncos, the Texans. These teams show up because this is their Super Bowl. They are playing one of the best because there are several that are extremely good. That they're playing one of the best teams in the NFL, and they always seem to call this their Super Bowl. And we're coming out here to just win and kick their ass and prove that we can beat a good team. My thing is that you're not a good team if you're 1-11-1. I mean, I don't care. I don't care how close you are in whatever those scores are. And I don't know. I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I know what Houston's, scoreboard looks like, whether they lost by 3 or whether they lost by 23. I have no idea. But you're not a good team if you're 1-11-1. That being said, our defense should have tore up their offense. It's not like they've got a boatload of superstar players.
Yep.
We just should have handled them by any regard. So I don't know what's going on. I do know that if we continue to play this way, where we're down to sudden death in the final minutes or in the overtime, the playoffs are not going to look good for us because there are some great teams that are going to go to the playoffs, and that includes Buffalo, that includes Miami, and that includes that fucking Cincinnati team that I hate with a passion.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Seattle's pretty well screwed themselves out of a playoff spot. I'm trying to think who else is in there. Who's sitting in the playoff picture right now? Any idea?
That's a good question.
Here, let me look real quick.
You go look. I'm going to go through some stats here.
Okay.
Pacheco, like I said, played a pretty decent game. 15 carries for 86 yards. McKinnon 10 for 52, and a touchdown. By the way, he got his rushing touchdown. I wish Phil was here. Oh yeah, by the way, everybody, Phil's not here tonight. If you haven't noticed, Phil's not feeling good.
We are just pieces of shit right now, are we not?
I didn't even think about it. Yes, I wish he was here because I would rub that in his face. McKinnon finally gets his rushing touchdown. McKinnon played a great game on Sunday. Mahomes had a rushing touchdown. Sky Moore played a little bit more. I haven't seen him in a little bit. And then Rojo had a rush, 6-yard rush. And it's been a while since we've seen him in there. Travis Kelce did have over 100 yards, which is what we want to see from him. Juju played a great game too, 10 for 88. McKinnon on the receiving side even had a great game, 8 for 70. So McKinnon overall total yards had a Man had 140 almost. So
And that's good for him, man. I mean, McKinnon's a baller. I mean, he likes to play. He loves the
mhm.
game. McKinnon was the guy that went to Pacheco after Pacheco had that fumble, and a team player, man, is like, hey, we're all human. We all do it.
Yep.
We all fumble the ball. We all lose the ball because I've done it. You know, everybody does it. So just keep your head up, go out there and show them what you're made of. Go out there and do what's right and play for the team. So,
Yeah.
and that's what he did. It doesn't give me it looks like the Bengals, the Titans, the Ravens, and the Chargers and the Dolphins right now. They're still considered in the hunt. I can't see the Bengals not getting in. Um, honestly, I don't, their first rounds will probably be a host, but I imagine they'll have to go on the road then after that, which, in the past hasn't been a problem for them. They tend
Mm.
to be a well road team, but um Ravens are falling, the Ravens are falling apart with Lamar out. So uh I'm not sure. Did they win or lose this week? I can't remember.
Oh, Baltimore, Baltimore, Baltimore. You just look here. Got the scores up here. Of course, I won't be able to find them when I'm going through looking. That's just how my eyes work when I'm looking at scores. There's 100 of them.
It's true. It's terrible.
Baltimore lost to Cleveland 13-3.
13-3 to Cleveland. So,
Mm-hmm.
and Cleveland is actually still they're on the bubble. I mean, they're a 6-8 team. God. The dumpster fire continues in Cleveland. I'm not sure what the homeless guy's feeding the dumpster, but man, it just keeps
Well,
burning.
he traveled himself over to Indianapolis and rode the bus with them. Um, on his way up to Minnesota, he must have went up there to help start some other dumpster fires, help people warm up in the snow. So um, he was
Gotta
on his
love it.
way. So
So that's the AFC picture there, Dieter. Just to be fair and that we love football. Let's look at this NFC. Obviously, the Eagles 13-1. They are in the number one spot, followed by Minnesota, the San Francisco, and then why is that's a little strange. They go 1, 2, 3, 5.
1, 2, 3, 5.
Yeah, I don't understand why 4. I don't know. It says the Cowboys are in. Um, oh, it's because they're second in the East. Okay, that makes sense. Since they're second to the Eagles in the NFC East, they've got a better record, but they're actually they've clinched a playoff spot, and that's why that is.
Gotcha.
Um, the Bucks will be number 4 in the NFC South. Giants and the Commanders are still in the hunt. Then you got the Seahawks, the Lions, the Packers, the Panthers, the Saints, the Falcons, all on the bubble. What do we got eliminated? Eliminated the Texans, the Bears, the Broncos, the Rams, and the Cardinals. So
Who'd have
there
thought
are
the Rams would be eliminated from the playoffs?
before Christmas, even.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. Um, who'd have thought the Bears?
I don't know. Boo boo.
Boo boo. Let's go to Chicago. Get us a picnic basket. Nobody's there.
We can walk right into Soldier Field.
We can eat right on the sea. It'll be great.
Uh,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. So there you go. There's the playoff pictures as it stands right now. Yeah, still a lot of football to play. But yeah, I don't understand why we can't beat a 1-11 team with
By 40 points.
yeah, with the amount of talent that we have. Why we've got to take it to overtime? I just don't know.
I wish I could explain it to you. Watched the whole game in frustration. The penalties, Bucker missing, um, just some bad play calls all around. Actually, I do want to bring something up. I was talking to Coach today, and he had said
What's up,
something.
coach?
Yeah, he was like, I gotta show you this article, and he pulls it up, and it's an article about Carl Sheffers,
Mm-hmm.
the
Yep.
ref,
Yep.
and how they're accusing him of being biased towards the Chiefs,
Right.
and that 21.9% of Chiefs penalties have occurred in 14% of their games this season. The two games were officiated by Carl Sheffers and his group. So he's had over a quarter of our penalties. And both of those games, we had over 10 penalties called against us. And penalties that were missed, holds, roughing the passer, pass interference, you name it, that he has not been calling. So the first question is why? What does he have against them? If he does, I mean, obviously this is more so a rumor. I think this is on FanDuel, and that he showed me the article
Right.
today, and I pulled it up here before I sat down. And so yeah, first question is why, and second question is just why don't you just let him play football? Why don't you do your job right and let the team play football? That's what you're there
Well,
for.
I think you can go back to the why to a few years ago when Travis Kelsey called him out and said that he wasn't even talented enough to work at a Foot Locker. And
Apparently, he's not wrong.
no, I mean I don't think he's wrong, but so I think that plays into a lot of it, honestly. And that's once again my personal opinion. Take it for what it's worth. But it seems to me like that these referees are just allowing these defensive guys to pummel Mahomes
Mm-hmm.
with no flags. And we get in our defense is, we get close enough to the quarterback, the flag just comes out automatically. It's like they haven't even touched him yet. We've seen several horrible calls as far as what is it, roughing the passer.
Yeah.
Take it for what it is. Maybe it's a bias of us being Chiefs fans, and that's a good possibility. We are focused on what's going on with our team. I couldn't tell you whether Jalen Hurts gets those calls or whether Josh Allen gets those calls. I just don't know. I don't follow those teams closely.
I'm just gonna start watching every game and just writing down every penalty to see averages. Somebody out there's done it, I'm sure. But
Oh, I'm sure.
I'll tell you what, though, Kansas City, Andy Reid, Pat, Kelsey, if you guys are listening to the Chiefs fans podcast,
Well, they are.
next time Carl Sheffers is on that sideline calling the game, I know you've seen the longest yard. I know you've seen it. Aim square in the jackstrap. Make him wear it as a Bane mask. Just just throw that ball square at his nuts just for me. Tell him
Hey, just
write my name on the ball. Tell him that I sent it.
this is from Chico Noise. Oh, boom. Hey, man. All I'm saying is that maybe throw that a little close to him, and then somebody tackles him.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Oh, he was in the way.
Hey, the referees become part of the field, so if they get run over or hurt, so be it. I'm
Yeah.
trying to think. There was one player that took a bad call from a referee this weekend, and ended up taking his helmet off, and then got a non-sportsmanlike conduct a call on him. And I'm not gonna lie, people. If I was that player, I just would have walked up and punched the guy because they were both. The first call was extremely horrible against him, and it cost a touchdown or something. I can't remember exactly, but at some point, I think I just would have walked up, paid the fine, and punched him in the fucking face and been done with it.
Yeah.
This guy
Yeah.
was smoking. I can't remember. I can't remember who it was though.
I'm not sure. I was too busy having fun watching snowballs get thrown on the field
in Buffalo.
in Buffalo. Yeah. I watched that game and I'm like, this is awesome. Uh,
um, yeah, listen, there is a video out there that I watched a couple days ago called "The Worst Calls in the NFL," and one of them was called Bottlegate, and that's where the referees called a absolutely horrific call, and the fans threw their water bottles and anything that they could throw onto the field. So much the referees were covering their head as they ran in, and they had to clear the stadium out to finish the game.
nice.
So, I mean, once again, bad calls are, one of those things that have been going on for years. So,
And I wonder how much those refs. I mean, I'm sure they don't leave until the entire stadium is cleared, the parking lots are cleared, especially when they're making bad calls, because I can't imagine that there aren't certain people out there that would just be ready to be throwing something at them on their way out of the stadium or yelling and screaming and picketing at them and just going at them for their bad
or,
calls
or worse.
or worse.
It could
Exactly.
be worse. I know that when I was in Kansas City for the Oakland game, I've never in my life wanted to storm a field so bad and just take them out.
Yeah.
The calls were so bad during that Oakland game. And it's just like, let's just go get them. We're all here. There's 70,000 of us. We're all good friends. We'll all stick up for each other. Let's go.
If we all pile on top of them at the same time.
Yeah. You'll never know what hit him.
Yeah. So yeah, I just wanted to pull up that Carl Sheffer's thing. I want to know if anybody's heard about it. If you've heard about it, you want to talk about it, send us an email. inchiefsfanspodcast@gmail.com.
Love to hear. I love the emails. Love the emails.
Yeah. Just
Yeah.
it's just
Crazy.
frustrating. Frustrating to watch a game where you see more yellow flags on the field than you see balls getting thrown. It's just
My thing is you see
frustrating.
the yellow flag and then you just go, well, what are they going to call on us this time?
Yeah,
What did we do this time? And then
exactly.
you're shocked when it's on the other team. You're like, what?
Yeah. Well,
No, what?
oh, because something happened. You're like, well, there's a pass interference on us, and they're like holding offense. I'm like, whoa, sweet. They really
I,
just call that?
there ain't no way he called that. But
Yeah.
yeah, the Shepherds thing is an ongoing. There was a game earlier this year that he refereed that was just as bad and just as
Hmm.
biased. You know, it's hard to argue it when it's right there in front of you. Some of those blatant
Yeah.
calls that were not really supposed to be that. So there was another one this weekend too, in case you missed it. I do believe it was a Washington Commanders wide receiver lined up, and he looked over at the referee. Now, if for people who listen to this, more than likely they watch a lot of football. You'll see the wide receiver look at the referee on the line and point at him, and then the referee gives him the sign like, no, you're good, you're fine, you're not on the line, you're not over the line, whatever. And so he went out, he stood his spot, and the referee was probably only maybe, I'm going to say, 3 yards away from him on the side, give or take, whatever. But he looked at him. The referee actually told him to scoot up. So he took like a half step forward, and he looked at him. The player looked at him again, and the referee gave him the thumbs up. They called the play, and he already had his hand on the flag before they even hiked the ball. So the moment that ball got hiked, he threw that flag and called that guy offsides. And if you watch the video, I mean, I know that they say that this is not the true line, but you know how they put that line in there between the two flagpoles or
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
That line was right there. This guy was a yard and a half off of it. The referee was standing, with it right between his legs coming out. And this guy was a yard and a half off of it. And he threw the flag on him. I don't
I
get it.
missed that.
I
I'm
mean,
gonna have to go watch that.
it's blatant. Absolutely 100% blatant that he was not offsides when they still called him.
Wow.
And I don't even know why the Commanders, why would that be a thing?
That's
Was
That's a good question.
Was whoever was playing on the other side on this guy's fantasy football team and he needed the points, or what does he need? Which is a great video if you ever get to watch that one.
What's that?
The four referees stand in a huddle and they're like,
Oh yeah, yeah,
well, I got him on my fantasy. Well, the defender was on my fantasy league. You're taking away points from me.
yeah. I have seen
It's a
that.
great video. It's a great video. So yeah, we should have beat the Texans hands down. We
Yep.
didn't. I think this weekend, Christmas Eve on Saturday, Christmas Eve day, we play the Seattle Seahawks. They're a team fighting for a playoff spot. I know that they've lost their last couple games, but they're not a losing team.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a good sign of what we're gonna get into come playoff time, I think.
I agree.
This is probably the last of the toughest games we have. Everybody else we play is on a losing record. So
But we've got Las Vegas
yep,
and we got Denver again.
yep,
And we've always said they come and play. They play hard.
they
So,
do.
but back on the game. I mean, to be honest, good job Houston to come and play that
Oh yeah.
well. I mean, that's to me they played a great game too. I mean, their stats overall weren't like crazy, but I mean, there were a lot of.
What was Mills's? What was Mills's?
See, he was 12 of 24 for 121 yards,
Oh wow.
but he had 2 touchdowns. And I mean, like
Okay.
you said, they didn't. I mean, they had a touchdown in the first 3 quarters, and they had a field goal in the fourth quarter. It's not like they played a bad game. I mean, they were pretty consistent throughout. So, but just happy that we came out with the win there in
We
overtime.
come out with
the fumble, or it was a fumble. Yeah, fumble.
which one? Because I
And
know there were two.
the OT fumble. Or is that an
Oh,
interception?
where they robbed it from the Texans guy.
Yeah, yeah. that sealed the game. That was it. It was like, okay, good. Because I'm looking at Sarah just going, we're gonna lose. We're gonna lose
Yep.
this game against the 1-11 team. We're gonna
Yep.
lose.
No, I think my thing was they're going to be 1-11-2 because I think
Oh,
we're going to tie.
I was about ready for that too, to be honest. But that happened. I'm like, all right, game over. I need to do something. I need to get off this couch and stop watching football today.
So yeah, we did come away with a dub, and you know what we get with that dub? 7-time straight AFC West champions. Boom! Hard to go wrong with that. 7 times in the West, baby. Loving it.
Pretty amazing.
Loving it. No, it's pretty great.
I saw some stats the other day that were all the teams that have won their division in what years, like the last team to win, or their last time to win the division, and obviously we were 2021, and I think it was like the Raiders were like 2002 or something. I was like, dang.
Oh, damn, that does hurt. Is that the year they went to the Super Bowl?
Probably. All right, keep going. I'm gonna grab the board. Check the score.
Shit, we're gonna grab the board. So yeah, AFC Championship, West Championship 7 times in a row. That's pretty amazing. It's a pretty amazing feat that I think they're like one of 4 to ever have that many consecutive. I don't even think the Patriots have that many consecutive. Even though they have a shit ton of Super Bowl rings, I don't think that they have that many consecutive. Oh, I'm looking at this board. I don't know if everybody's watching on YouTube. I'm looking at the board. We've got our little board up here that shows, all of that. I get,
There's trash down here somewhere.
Down there somewhere. Yeah, trash is right over there. I think we can scratch the Chief off from winning. He's not even fucking close.
Yeah, it was 30-24.
30-24.
was the final.
Uh-huh.
So let's
You're
say there's 18 and there's 15. There's 7 and 3 and 1 and 10. So you have 10, 11, and there's some math there. 32.
32.
Yeah,
32.
Chief, if you're listening,
You
you're not
suck.
here. You beat me. My highest has been 19.
Can you take a picture of that and send it to me, or send it to him, or just
I
send it in
will.
the group chat? Look at that. The Emperor is up. He went 3. Boom, ba-da-dum,
Yeah.
ba-da-dum, 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 ba-da-dum. 3-time champion.
Okay. Took a picture. I'll send that over to him real quick.
Yeah, just give him a glance on that. Um, you know what? I'm gonna go 28-24 against Seattle. I think it's gonna be a tight game. I think it's gonna be another close game, but 28-24.
28,
Chiefs
24.
win. Chiefs win, but it's gonna be a close game. I think it's gonna be a battle, man. I think it's gonna be a really tough game. I do believe that. I mean, let me know in IN Chiefs fan
28, 24.
podcast at gmail.com. 28-24. Kansas City for the win. And Chico's going to take, oh, I see a 3, 34-18. You think it's going to be a bigger deficit than that, huh? Than
Yeah, I
mine?
think so.
Fair enough.
And then Chief is going to
Um,
say,
he's going to take Seattle at 93-18, Kansas City. What does this say?
Seahawks win.
Oh, poor
Oh,
Chief. He's not feeling well, and we're just kicking his dog over here, but that's okay. He can handle it. He's a big boy. He can handle it. And hopefully he gets to feeling better. I'm gonna tell you right now, this coming game, the Seattle game, is one that we had kicked around really hard about going to. It is a Christmas Eve day game. Um, my opinion is they're going to be handing out some really kick-ass Christmas swag, and it is the Seattle Seahawks, and Skyler being the Skywalker being a huge Seattle fan, um, was really looking forward to going to Arrowhead to see the Seahawks play until they announced that it was on Christmas Eve day, and
I
then it just kind of
know.
shot him in the head.
We totally thought
Um,
it was going to be at the Germany game. That's what we were like. It's going to be
yeah,
in like Germany or something.
exactly. But I'm really glad we're not going this weekend. Temperatures are supposed to be -6, and with that big snowstorm coming through, it's going right through Kansas City to come here. So I'm actually really glad we're not going here. I don't have plans to go.
I'll tell you what, like I said, we'll watch the game on the big screen this weekend.
I'm down, man. I'm ready. Let's do this thing.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
I got the couch down there. Sarah and I flipped on a couple movie trailers and flipped up the sound bar. Nice high volume, and it felt like we were in a movie theater. So
Nice. I'm pumped, man. I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, we're all doing Christmas at Chico's house this year. First time doing this, so I'm really looking forward to it. Super excited.
me too.
We're going to be camping out at his place on Saturday night into Sunday, and yeah, I'm thrilled. So
Be a good time.
yeah, like I said, Seattle's looking good. They're looking better. They've lost last couple games, but nobody expected them to be anything at this point, except a contender for the number 1 draft pick. And Geno Smith's kind of towing the load there. So it's funny that Seattle's doing better than Denver.
Yeah. Yeah.
They traded off their superstar quarterback, and they've just not had any luck in Denver this season. So, what is your views on this weekend's game?
Um, like I said, I think it's gonna be a pretty big deficit. I think this is the time where we're gonna come back and we're gonna play hard because of the last 2 games. I think we're really gonna put it together this weekend. I'm really hoping we don't shut him. We're not going to shut him out, obviously, but I really hope we just keep consistency in the fact that we're not throwing and we're mixing it up. That's all I want to see. I want to see on the ground. I want to see in the air, and I want to see Butker back on his accuracy and just making everything. I want to see him kick another 60-yarder this game because I know he wants it. I know after that miss, he's wanting something big and he wants to feel good. So I'm hoping we get an opportunity for him to
He,
kick a long
he,
one. So
he wants redemption. I mean, that's what you do when you play that game. You want to redeem yourself in the eyes of your fans and
mhm.
in the Chiefs' kingdom. I totally get it. And I don't think anybody should be ashamed or upset with him as it is.
Oh
I
no,
mean,
no,
it's
no, no.
so just everybody get off of his back, let him do it, let him work through whatever little things he's got going through his mind, and he'll be fine. We hit the playoffs, and he's gonna hit everything dead on.
I mean, he's our best kicker since Cairo Santos. So
For God's sake.
uh, I love Cairo Santos. You know
I know you love him, and I guess that's Chicago's only other player that they have
that.
because he's kicking up there with the Bears. I'm a big fan, and I root for him every time. Is Ryan Suckup? I was a
Oh yeah.
huge
Oh
Suckup
yeah.
fan. I love that dude when he played for Kansas City.
Mr.
Um,
Irrelevant.
exactly, and now he's kicking for Tampa Bay, and he's still doing well. He's still. I mean, once again. There's another kicker that is a great kicker that has had some misses. It
Yep.
happens. So it's
Exactly.
like the whole Kelsey fumble thing. People just get over it. Shit happens, and he'll make it better.
It's football.
It's
It's
football.
football.
You want the football? Give me the football. I
Um,
love it.
across the league though, a lot of good games this weekend, and I'm excited for some more good games coming up. A lot of people battling to get in the playoffs, so I mean, it's gonna be a good weekend for football.
Agree. Um, 'Tis the season to eat too much and watch football. It's almost like Thanksgiving all over again.
Oh, trust me, Sarah's got a feast, so you better be
Really.
ready.
Oh man. I'm ready. We had fajitas up there last weekend. Damn delicious, by the way.
They were pretty good. Shrimp chicken. Good fajitas.
They were really, really
I
good.
don't mess around with cooking anymore. If it's not out of a box, I'm cooking.
What do you mean? If it's not a poached egg, then Gunner's cooking.
Yep, that's true too. That's true too.
Oh, well, I mean, not much more to talk about. Really, I mean, the game was the game. I thought there was one other thing, but I can't think of what it is at the moment. Um, oh, I was gonna say, did you hear that Jalen Hurt went out hurt with a shoulder
Jalen
injury?
Hurts. Jalen Hurts hurts.
Hurts. I thought I had it up here. The over one. Oh my goodness, where's it at? Expected to miss multiple games with a shoulder injury.
Right shoulder sprain.
Well, sprain doesn't sound quite as bad as something broken. So,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, with him going out, that rockets Mahomes once again for the MVP, at top of the MVP race. So we'll see what happens there. So
Well, Conrad John did say that Gardner Minshew is a good backup quarterback, and he will come in if he needs to, and he will play a good game. So, I believe in Gardner Minshew. I mean, he's been in the league for what, 5 years, I think,
something like that. Yeah. Did he come
and
in the same draft as Mahomes?
it might have been, maybe it so has been 6 years.
Could be.
So I believe that he can play a good game. So I'm excited to see if he does play. And hopefully Hurts isn't hurt too bad, and hopefully he can play. But I think they'll still be okay. The bad thing is I'm rooting for the Eagles because I enjoy watching the Eagles. But at the same
Because
time, I
because of
don't want
Jason
to.
Kelsey or
Sure, I guess, yeah, that too. But like, I don't want to play the Eagles in a Super Bowl because they are a good team.
They are a good team, but you want to be the best, you got to beat the best. And
That's
if the
true.
best in the NFC is the Eagles, let's get this thing rolling and see what happens.
Yep.
The Kelsey Bowl, the Reed Bowl, whatever you want to call it,
Andy Bowl.
the Andy Bowl. That's what it could very well turn into. So, I mean, if that's what you want to be as the best, you've got to beat the best. So,
Nice.
but first we got to beat the best in the AFC, the Bills, the Bengals, the Dolphins. So we'll see. It's a long road ahead of us. As much as I believe in my Chiefs, I never in any minute think that they're going to lose the game these days until it's over. They're an amazing team. They seem to be able to do things that no other team can do. And whether that's just Patrick Mahomes or whether it's because you have brilliant minds out there like Travis Kelce, who knows the offense, knows the defensive calls as well as the quarterback does.
He changes his routes at an instant to make sure he can get open, which is
Right.
what you want in any good receiver. You run the route you're supposed to run, but if Mahomes is scrambling, you make a new route out of what you're stuck with, and you get out there.
You get open, you get the
play.
yards.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that's what he does. That's why he's always not always open, but that's why he gets open and he catches balls because he finds a way to get there.
He's got the vision to do it.
And that's like they say, that is their relationship. That's how they know each other so well that they are able to figure that out.
Right.
And he knows what Mahomes is thinking. Mahomes knows what he's thinking. So
yeah, they're a great team. They're a great tandem team. So I mean,
yeah,
they work so well together. They almost like share the same brain half the time. So, but I mean, Juju's coming along that same. McKinnon is doing exceptionally well about getting open and making some of those spectacular catches on so a little whoop 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 play that Mahomes likes to throw, going running to the sidelines like, here, let me just toss it to you.
Yeah,
and
these little shuffle passes blow your mind. Sometimes it's like, how does it even that just process through your head? I know he's obviously an MVP star quarterback who's had a Super Bowl, but like in the moment, you got 300, almost 300-pound guys rushing you, and you decide that I'm just gonna go like this and shuffle it off to the side to my guy in the flat who's somehow gonna manage to get 30 yards out of this carry.
Right.
I mean, it's pretty wild.
I watched somebody try to pull it off last night. I'm trying to think who played last night. Do you remember?
Green Bay.
Green Bay and who? Who was the other team?
The Rams.
Oh, maybe it wasn't last night. Maybe it was Sunday night. Because neither one of those is who I'm thinking. But they tried doing that shuffle pass and doinked it off their offensive lineman or a defensive lineman or something. It was terrible. It's like, yep. I don't care if you watch Mahomes do it 100 times. Not everybody can do it.
I just want everybody out there to know that when I was playing Little League Baseball, the Emperor used to tell me, because he coached me for many years, to stop being a fancy pants, is what he always told me. Don't be a fancy pants. Well, look what that's got Mahomes.
No, that's good. Okay, yeah, fair point.
The way I would field the ball off to my side and I wouldn't square up and get it between my legs, I would go, because watch the pros. That's what they do. That's what they do to get into that motion to throw the ball. They don't square up. Unless they know they're just going to make a quick throw to second or a quick throw to first, they're in motion. And I was just trying to get to the MLB.
But... oh man.
I couldn't beat Jeter because I can't play short because I'm left-handed.
Yeah, but you could have been a first baseman, and
no, I'd have been a right fielder. But
yeah, no kidding.
Listening out there, where am I gonna get a ball?
I would have been the bat boy. I'm just telling you right now. That's
about they have dogs. They have dogs for that.
They have dogs for that shit now. They don't even need me. So yeah, my talent goes as far as being a bat boy. So
the water boy.
That could have been the water. That's some high quality
That's
H2O.
right. That's right. Hey, by the way, there
Oh,
is, and one of these days coming up here, going to be an Adam Sandler marathon because Sarah hasn't watched any of the Adam Sandler movies. So at the Golden Household, we're going to have an Adam Sandler marathon. If you want to be a part of that, admission is only $15, and it's BYOB.
wow. And it's BYOB, $15 BYOB, but as much popcorn as you can eat.
Sure, yeah, that's fine. I'll even hire a movie theater popcorn popper.
There you go. Ooh, one of those little fancy little girls that just dishes
Yeah,
it out for you.
yeah, just with that little scooper thing in a bag,
Yeah.
just
Fuck yeah. All
like a
right.
professional.
Like a pro. She's a pro.
That was way out there, but hey, what are we here for?
Anyway, yeah, so the Sandler verse. Yeah, you got to get her caught up on the Sandler verse because it's pretty fucking amazing.
It is. Yes, it
All
is.
right,
Start from the beginning.
dude, I think we covered it.
We did a little bit of everything.
Yeah, we did it without Phil. Without it, without the chief. As we stand, pause to think about that a minute.
Yeah, oh, I didn't even think about saying that at the beginning, but I'm sure all
I,
the listeners are gonna be like, "Where's Phil? Why is he not talking?"
I
Hey, next week
Phil's a little
he'll
under
be
the
back.
weather, so he'll be
Yeah,
back next week.
yeah.
Next week we do have the Skywalker since he's a Seattle fan and coming off the Seattle game. He's going to be on here with us next week, and then the week after that, who do we got coming in?
Trevor? Is that Trevor's
Yeah,
week?
that's
Yeah,
Trevor's week. He's going to help us cover the Denver Broncos game,
nice.
the New Year's, yeah, the New Year's Day game. He's got some time off of work. We kind of squeezed it in. We're looking forward to having him on. And then the week after that is a big surprise, boys and girls. I have a good one lined up as our guest. I do believe that that'll be January 12th. If everything goes properly, everything is set, we are a go. And I'm super excited. But I'm going to leave it at that. I'm not going to tell you who it is.
Ooh.
But let me tell you, I know who it is.
Don't.
But I will tell you, it is not part of the podcast family,
That's right.
or it's not part of the immediate family.
You need to try to give a hint, like a hint that what's a good hint for the listeners.
Mm, I would consider him a super fan.
Okay, that's good.
Oh wait, I gave you two hints. Did you catch both of them? There was two hints in that statement.
Him and a super fan.
You were supposed to let them ponder that.
I had to ponder it. I thought you were asking me. I'm like, wait, what? Okay, I
Yeah,
got you.
two hints in that one. So yeah, I consider him a super fan.
I'm
And
excited. I'm excited.
I am too. I am
And
too. So we're
no,
gonna leave it at that.
coach, I'm not going to tell you who it is. When you're going to ask me at work on Monday, or no, actually, I won't see you for a week. I'm not going to tell you who it is. It's so weird. Podcast world's weird, and work weird. Work
Yeah.
weird is world because got a week shutdown coming up. So I'm gonna be able to catch up on some stuff. So it's gonna be nice.
Hey, I wish I wasn't shut down. Hey, but you know, the first of the year's coming. You never know. I might be in shutdown.
Never know. Never know.
I might be begging people for jobs. You never know. Just to buy bread and tennis shoes.
Bread and tennis shoes.
Bread and tennis shoes.
You just make your own tennis shoes at that point. Out of
Well,
leaves.
I'll just take the bread bags and wrap them around my ankles.
Oh
And
yeah, yeah. People do
yeah,
that.
yeah. Yep. All right, Chico, what is on this week's to-do list?
I've only got one thing to say.
It's going to be the same thing that I'm going to say.
Do you want to say it together?
Yeah. 3, 2, 1.
Have a Merry
Have a Merry
Christmas.
Christmas. I thought about that long and hard. I was like, you know what? I don't have like a to do, but I want our listeners to have a Merry Christmas and
Yes.
enjoy your family and your friends and your get-togethers and remember that it ain't about the gifts. It's about the camaraderie and being together and enjoying each other. And um, me personally, I'm very fortunate to have the Golden Image or the Golden Mojo Entertainment family that I am extremely close to, most of which are my regular family. Don't get me wrong, but there's there's a couple that are pretty much adopted into the family now. So
Yeah.
we enjoy them all, and we hope that you have a Merry Christmas, and we'll talk about some New Year's stuff next week. Still not telling you who our guest is on the 12th next week, but you know, it's a secret. You're gonna have to tune in January 12th to find out who our special guest is. Super
Yes.
excited.
Yeah,
Super
I
excited.
also, and I'll mention this on the call, guys, because it will release the day after Christmas next week. We're gonna do a Christmas episode, but I do want to thank Alicia and Logan, Skywalker, Ashley, Matt and Bose, Colton, Emperor, everybody that's a part of the entire family, and everybody that's been helping the Emperor through all of this crazy podcast stuff. You guys are all doing a really good job, and I just appreciate every one of you. And um, yeah,
Everybody's working hard, and I appreciate everybody too. And I'm happy that we're all in this together and we're making a go of it. Um and it's been a lot of fun. I've enjoyed every bit of it along the way. So I mean, we've had our moments. It's a learning curve. It's learning how to do things better and efficiently and still have fun and make them enjoyable. And hopefully our listeners like them too.
yeah,
I hope.
me too. Me
Yeah.
too. I enjoyed. I mean, you know, 2 nights out of my week every week, I'm sitting down here and chit chatting, having a good time.
Right.
Some weeks we do 3 times, and I just, I don't know, I enjoy it. I really do. Gives me something to look forward to. One of them I get to do a lot of research. The other one I just get to talk about something I enjoy. So
Right. I know, right?
yeah. So
Yeah, well, that's the beauty of me just being a producer on the Murdnerds. I don't have to do all that research. But Tucson, it's a lot of research in the Tucson thing to make it an interesting story.
yeah,
I'm lucky with the Chiefs fan, and we just get to talk and about what's going on per week, and Colton was the initiator of you need to change it up so you're coming out of a game and
current.
not going. Yeah,
Yes, we're
you
current.
stay current and it was something I was thinking about, but when he mentioned it, it was like, it needs to be done because it is not just something in my mind. It's something that's, being brought up to me. So,
So you're
um,
saying Colton actually did something for the Empire? See, Colton, you're not doing anything.
yeah, you're not
You
doing
helped you
nothing.
helped you helped the Chiefs fans schedule.
It's true. He really did. He really did. I think he's a smart guy, and I think he's got some great ideas. And I hope that 2023 he brings some more of those ideas to the Emperor and says, "Let's initiate this, or this." And I'm looking forward to those. So until
Yeah.
then, get your ass down to the fucking level 3 and get that fucking toilet plunged already. I mean, the phone's been going off the hook with. I mean, this last hour, people complaining. What is the holdup? Get down there and get it plunged.
Why are they calling about one toilet in a bathroom that has 13 other stalls?
Because that's the one that has all the messages written on it.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah, sure. Yeah.
It gives you time to read, maybe write your
It's
own message.
everybody's favorite toilet. It explains why it's clogged all
Yep.
the time. So,
Oh,
yes,
this week's call, guys, is going to be a good one.
I hope so. Oh wait, I think we might have a special guest on that call, guys.
You having a special guest on the next call, guys?
Yeah.
Sweet.
Go,
Can't wait to
Indiana
tune
Chiefs
in.
fans, listeners, go check it out.
Yep. This coming Monday.
That's right. Well, I would say it, but I'm not going to say it. So I'm going to say it to myself. Hey, Gunner, you got my socials?
You got those socials?
I do. I led the episode and I'm not even going to make you do the socials.
I was somewhat prepared. Not really. I don't have it written down. I mean,
Could you wing it? Could you wing it and do it?
oh yeah. Yeah. You want me to wing it and do it?
Do it.
All right.
You got my socials?
I got your socials. Hey, everybody. Thank you for listening to the Indiana Chiefs Fans Podcast with me, the Emperor, Golden J, Chico Noise, and the absence of the Chief Phil. You can find us on Facebook.com/, what is it, inchiefsfanpod.
Yep.
All right, go check it out on our Facebook. You can also reach us at inchiefsfanpodcast@gmail.com with all of your questions, inquiries, and just anything you want to tell us a story about your favorite player from Kansas City history. We'd love to hear from you.
I want to see someone do one of those like punctuation art pieces that says "screw you, referees" and has a middle finger.
There you go. That'd be perfect.
Carl Sheffers.
Fuck you, Carl Sheffers. There you go.
Yeah.
Please go rate and review. You can always find your rate and review on Apple Podcast or Spotify. And, we are on all streaming platforms. It's very interesting to go out and take a look at all the different places we are. So if you like Indiana Chiefs fans, maybe you would like one of the other podcasts in the Golden Mojo Entertainment Podcast Network. On Mondays, we have the Call Guys with Colton and Gunner. It's all about the pop culture and all the good stuff. Look at right there. Wearing the hat because I love the Call Guys, even though we blow shit to Colton every week. Love the Call Guys. On Tuesday, it's Golden Image Podcast where we go do stuff so you'll want to go do stuff. We take adventures so that you can have adventures. Look, he's got brand new stickers right there. Look at those bad boys.
They're
beautiful. Yes. On Wednesdays, it is the United States of Paranormal. Let's see. By the time you hear this, you'll have the big announcement of that Alicia is leaving Team Boogers, and the new team is coming in. The new Team Boogers is coming in. So if you listen to yesterday's Team Boogers on the United States Paranormal, you'll be all caught up. Of course, she's going to be missed, but the new team, we've already recorded our first 2 episodes, and I'm pretty excited about it. So that is Team Boogers. And then the other weeks, we got Team Tejas with Logan, Matt, and Bose. Always doing a great job at Team Tejas. So they're nonstop and doing good stuff down there.
Oh yeah.
On Fridays, you have Alicia and Ashley, the Murdnerds, where they talk about all true crime. Gotta love true crime. Some of it's ancient, some of it's back in the 1800s, some of it happened last week. Okay, maybe not last week, but
yeah, exactly. Crazy.
You could find, if you can find the article and tell the story, you could probably find something from last week. But so yeah, there you go. That's the 5 podcasts. Indiana Chiefs fans is on Thursdays, obviously. So that's the 5 podcasts in the Golden Mojo Entertainment podcast network of podcasts, with a new one coming first of the year, A Court of Books and Booze. That one is going to be interesting because it has to do with booze and it has to do with books.
I'm excited. I have been excited to hear their first episode, so I've been looking forward to it. Just to
their introduction.
Yeah, just to hear what it's all about.
You want me to bring it this weekend and we can just listen to it?
No, I'm gonna wait till it's all natural, real.
All right. All right, real time. Not sure the release date on that. We actually got into a discussion with the Skywalker about that tonight, so we're going to sit down and figure out when the release date and if I'm right, they're going to do a Call Guys going into that episode. Is that right? Was that the plan?
Yes.
All right.
Top 3 books to movie adaptations.
There you go. So you'll get a little taste of them on the Call Guys on Monday, and then they should release their introductory on that Friday. Now, when exactly that is, we don't know yet. We're going to work this out, but they have been reading and recording and working the bugs out, and I'm excited. So we're going to add that 6th pod to the Golden Mojo Entertainment Network, the Empire. Hold on.
Golden
Hold
Mojo
on.
Entertainment Network.
I got another text. Colton, Jesus, get down there and plunge the damn toilet already. They won't leave me alone.
I'm over here trying to find an acronym. He's talking about his toilet still.
All right, so there you go. There's your socials.
Good job.
How they do? They do all right? Off the cuff?
Great job. You do a great job.
All right.
I like it.
All right, you going to take us out?
Yes, everybody, thank you for listening to the Indiana Chiefs Fans Podcast. And I only got one thing to say, one question to ask, and that's how about those
Chiefs?
Later.
Bye. Phil missed the whole thing.
He did. No, that thing.